NERDSoul.
Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go, man. We talking some anime-ish, y'all. We having a good time. We ain't by ourselves, man. Y'all been getting spoiled this week because we had Deadpool. We done talked about the SDCC Marvel panel, which is at this moment already on YouTube, but I just haven't done the descriptions and stuff. Look, I've been busy today, all right? But by the time you hear this, that'll be out, all right? So y'all getting, look, we forming like Voltron a lot for y'all. And when I say we, I am joined by both of the heavy hitters, the dynamic duo of the South, all right? That's right, the team up, the tag team of flames. Blurtish. I'll throw it off to Mr. Mark Dub first. Please introduce yourself, my brother.
Hola, mi amigos. It's Mark Dub, aka Coyote. I am in the building, and I'm feeling the feelings. What's good?
All right, okay, and also, you know what I'm saying, not to be confused with Mr. Cooper from the hit TV show. All right, this is the better Mr. Cooper. All right, because this Mr. Cooper is the boss of all bosses. All right, I give to you, Coop of Blurtish. What's up?
What's up, y'all? Y'all be able to hear this, of course, on the Blurtish platform on several different places around the world. If you listen to the podcast, audio things, check us out. And of course, we're gonna catch back up with some summer stuff. We done took a couple of weeks off for different things. A lot of stuff been happening, as Mike say. We had to catch the movies, had to catch what's going on in SDCC. But of course, we're never going to forget about the anime seasons because anime is forever.
So I'm gonna go and kick it off because it's brand new. I'm gonna kick it off to you. You said you've been watching Cape Crusader. How was it, man? Go and tell me how it is. How you feeling about that Cape Crusader? How the Dark Knight, if it is.
It is it's all out. All 10 episodes are out on Amazon right now. Basically, this is a spiritual and stylistic somewhat successor to the Batman the Animated Series. So it is not downplaying that. However, as we know in that series, time was fluid. So it was kind of like between the 20s and the 90s, the way that took place. This one time is not as fluid. They're not going to give you a date because Batman is timeless. But this is somewhere between the 20s and the 40s. So you see telephone booths. You see people will like be at dinner and they bring out a whole landline phone to them with a cord and be like, you got to call.
When they bring out your grandmama's phone to the table.
Yeah, you know, you balling. But like the old running, dinner joke gag, but that's been going on since like they used to do that up into the 80s, I believe, maybe the 90s for some people. Well, if you're important, they'll bring that call out. If they call a restaurant, be that long line. But yeah, stuff like that. Ladies do wear full length dresses, even if they got a split in it. Sometimes it's classy, sometimes it's like, this isn't functional, but that's how it worked in that time period.
You know what? I like that. Bring back those long dresses. You ain't got to show it off. Tease me. Tease me a little bit.
That is the opinion of Mike NERDSoul.
Tease me a little bit.
It is not the opinion of Blurtish.
You ain't gotta put the whole
I want to
meal on the plate.
This again, that is the opinion of NERDSoul.
Give me a little appetizer. All right, you ain't gotta put the whole meal on the plate.
The man that is speaking right now is still the opinion of NERDSoul. That is not necessarily the opinion of Keith Cooper of Blurtish.
Coop says, "Give me the whole meal and the dessert."
Good lord. But anyway, but yeah, it got that old timey feel to it, but it's not the grittiness. Like it is, but it isn't. Basically, that's the the layer, the aesthetic on top of it. But it's a gritty, somewhat, not all the way gritty, but it's kind of gritty. There ain't like a lot of blood in it, but people die. It is rated TV-14. It's very intense, a little intense at parts. I wouldn't say. I don't think.
Is it like Invincible level or no?
No.
Okay.
Like, it ain't like just blood, people exploding, nothing like that. but I wouldn't necessarily you don't know, but like some parts I wouldn't say like Mikey for Mikey to see like say.
So it's not like Lego Batman either. It's like
absolutely not. It's
right.
It's like, you know what? It's like the intensity of Indiana Jones. You know, like let's say the horrific parts of like say the Temple of Doom when like people get turned into skeletons or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Or when people on CSI get shot, but the gunshots are loud. A lot of guns. And a little bit of cursing, but not a whole lot. So like I say, it's just more so the grit and the tone of it.
All right, now I got a question. Well, Dub, have you seen this? Because I haven't seen it yet. So I want to know, because I know Dub is our resident Batman, aficionado. But if Dub hasn't seen it, I have a question for you. Where
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna watch.
All right, so since this is similar in the vein of X-Men '97. Does it reach those heights of like nostalgia and really
actually, for me, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna disagree. Like, it is nowhere near. For me, it's just not. Like, it's enough of its own thing that is not truly a continuation.
Oh, so it's not continuing Batman the animated series.
It is not a continuation.
Oh,
it's in the style and the vein of.
Okay. Because I thought they were doing a continuation of it.
Yeah, it's not like it is.
So they basically just running back to the hits because they know everybody like that style.
Yeah, like X-Men '97 is, even though that's new, but that is legit picking up. Like,
that's a straight up sequel,
the year after or the day after.
Yeah.
So that can kind of fit both. This one, in fact, this is how jarring it is. You know how Batman animated series, he was serious. When he put on the Batman voice, but he always said Alfred. He always had like kind of a emotional intelligence or a respect for Alfred. Here in the beginning, he don't give a dang about he's Batman. He don't care about Alfred to a point. He called him Pennyworth. That's what we starting out at.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like he is like, I am on these cases. Leave me alone.
Wow.
He ain't got no, and in this one, he ain't got no computer. He ain't got no back computer. You know what he got? Some type of colored map, and he just be staring at the map like it's the back computer. And they'll have some back and forth banter. It's more, it ain't even about the gadgets. It's more about detective work. It's about, it's a little bit more of a thinking man's thing. Now, he throw hands, he got to throw hands. He's Batman, protect himself against guns and all that. But it's like
he throw hands. He definitely throw hands.
But there are some differences. Like, you get some of the same players from the last series, but it's like let's think of it as a Elseworlds version of that series. First of all, we're gonna get to it for all the DEI crybabies. Good F you to anybody complain about this. The Gordons are black now. Okay.
Oh boy.
Montoya is still
now we gotta hear them crying about stuff.
So we just gonna get that out the way.
Please just leave them white so I don't have to see them on the internet.
Hey, I'm just throwing this.
Just let them be white. Because they're gonna cry for the next 3 years.
Man, you know what, Mike?
Oh Lord.
There was a Darius Rucker had a song. It was a hit record back in the 90s. It went, "Let them cry."
Let me get back to it.
Let the tears fall down like rain. Let us sing.
If you know what Darius Rucker been up to, F Darius Rucker too. So throw him in the bunch. But
I don't know. I don't know what he said.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not privy to that.
Let me move on.
But I will say, I don't care about them crying babies. They cry. If they don't like it, don't watch it.
But let me finish. There's more. There's more. The Penguin, Penguin is now a she, but it did not change much. Like, looked the part, taller, but a big, thick. The cabaret singer who's still a gangster out here. They didn't really affect me because I don't really care about Penguin enough. Penguin, all the Penguin has to be, male or female, is a person who is greedy, a crime lord,
and has a weird nose.
It got the weird nose and ruthless. So
even though the Danny DeVito, even though it was nasty and creepy, it's also extremely memorable.
yes, and that kind of set this. That was folded into like the animated series when they debuted it. So you got a little bit of both. This one is actually more of the classic Penguin, but without the stuff like that. But got the big nose. She even have like when she performing, she got like the Penguin kind of get up, but she a thug. That was the first villain. I mean, if you don't mind me spoiling it a little, just one thing, she blows up the police station first episode. She got a cannon.
Oh, she a gangster
on her boat, and she was
she about all the smoke.
Yeah, like her and Rupert Thorne was getting into it. Rupert Thorne is the consistent problem, so it's like nobody don't like it. They don't like Batman's still kind of a myth right in the first episode. Then of course he gets more and more revealed to the world. But Batman do not care about the cops at first. Batman will, because the cops in this one are corrupt. The only people that are good are
one good cop.
The Gordons, and this one Barbara is like working in the public defense lawyer's office or something. I don't know if she's in DA, but something like that. So she's a lawyer. Her dad's commissioner. Then there is who's the other good cop? Montoya, and like a young dude kind of have a couple speaking lines. That's it. Everybody else is possibly crooked, other than like the scrubs and the plain clothes. But if they a detective and they talking, they possibly crooked. Flash also they brought Flash back. Flash is now black in this one. Bullock is still Bullock. This is dirty cop Bullock. Bullock is dirty. Him and Flash are partners. They dirty. they are, but they kind of like the Heckle and Jekyll of the bunch. Like they still like they're competent enough in doing their evil, but they still kind of stupid. But they'll still kind of like the only time they do anything good is when their pride is hurt, and that aligns up with everybody else.
Oh, so every now and then people's goals kind of align.
Or random, hey, I don't like y'all, and they ain't paying me, so I'm gonna do some cop work. Like
I'm gonna actually do my for real job.
Yeah,
like I'm supposed to be doing.
But all through this, like some villains who have popped up before, they gonna pop up one time. They might pop up one season. They come and they go. They wind up dead some type of way. Man, I'll just say this.
Wow. Okay.
And like they went back to the throwbacks, like Clayface. They went to the original Clayface, like the actor Clayface, with probably like who can do like makeup on his face. It's like I think they warped it a little bit, but it's nowhere near like he's a living mud pile. But he's kind of close. But he can't do all that. He can't do all that fantastical.
Clayface was probably my favorite villain from the original animated series. But like Clayface was a dope villain. Like just he created such a interesting foil for Batman in the way he fights.
But minus just the fighting, just the psychological of it, Clayface is still an annoying problem. Like he's good. Like even without the the ability to change into giant balls and make weapons out of yourself, he can still, for the most part, he can't change into women yet or whatever, but he can change into almost any dude. And of course, it's just still kind of a sad story. Not as sad as Matt Hagen's, but still pretty sad.
He's not Hagen this time? Oh, all right.
Nah, it's the original. Carlo Basil.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's the first one. But I know Hagen is like the more famous one, of course, over years and all that. But yeah. So they went old school, like I say, back to the 20s and 30s and 40s.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so the dude was so good, he fooled the cops, faked his own death, did all type of stuff. So he was a little bit of hassle. Like, bro, we even got people like Gentleman Ghost, who was a staunch racist. Like he say something, he did say one thing. This dude whole get up as a demon from hell was that he wants to rob from the poor.
Wow.
Like that's all he was like, bro. Look, it was one scene where Harvey Dent, who was trying to boost himself up in the
kick them while they down.
Bruh, he literally popped up on the subway train when Harvey Dent was trying to do his political stunt. He popped up on the train with his horse, and he's like, Harvey Dent trying to be like, "Oh, don't you take from these people? Here, this money." He's like, "Sir, I wouldn't dare steal from a man of your station." But then he pointed to this bummy dude, but him, I'll take everything. He's like, "Give it to me."
Yeah,
but that was a pretty good episode.
So
real SOB.
So do you recommend it? Do you think, you know what I'm saying, folks should be watching this, or how you feel about it?
If you like crime drama, if you don't need, say, the super duper duper version of Batman, still no nonsense, different villains. There's no Joker this season, but he's probably eventually coming. But you do get a different Harley Quinn. But it's more cerebral, more, like I say, crime drama. If you ain't offended by corrupt cops that need to be cleaned out, this is somewhere between Batman year 2 or 3.
And The Wire.
Yeah, it's kind of like if The Wire went through the 1920s and Batman was there with, with lawyers.
So what I was expecting Gotham to be to a certain degree? Oh, okay, no problem.
So, I mean, it's just, Gotham is, of course, is still dingy, dirty. It's always dark. The
sun don't never shine.
In Gotham.
People with Tommy guns still cannot shoot. There's still a lot of gas bombs and stuff like that.
They got full Tommy guns. Not one bullet hit them.
But a lot of picking on the poor, man. A lot of people be want to mess up the east side, I guess, whatever they call it. I guess the side, I think, isn't that where his mama and them died? And I'm gonna say this, and then we're
east side.
We're gonna go to another thing. One thing I did like that Bruce did, it was funny, kind of funny, but also I get it. If somebody talk about your parents, back in the day when you grew up, especially, you want to punch them in their mouth. People
back in the day
or now, people, just if you got some illicit thoughts about people's dead parents, and you reporting the news, the dude's like, "Oh, this is the Wayne Pearl collection, whatever." He's like, "Lady, what was she thinking? Walking around there, blah blah blah." Of course it would have happened. Man, Wayne heard that and punched him and said, "What?"
Wow.
And Wayne had to go to therapy, and that's where he met Harleen Quinzel. So overall, I couldn't put it down. I enjoyed it. I binged all 10 episodes today, so I think it's good. You watch it. You tell me, y'all out there in TV land, y'all watch and give y'all opinion. We're welcome to hear it. If you're not a DEI crying crybaby about if a couple of characters get changed up that don't affect the show at all. Like, it's still about detective work. It's still about some men with bad intentions and guns and criminals, and none of that's changed. But if a couple of things like Garden, who's already been black in the movies, bother you, then I don't know what to tell you. But y'all probably happy Flask, who's an absolute piece of trash, he got tore up by Batman a couple times.
Okay, cool.
But I enjoyed it. It was a good time. It's kind of like this season, I say, think of it like almost like a long-term movie or play broken up in parts. If you binge it, it's bingeable. It's probably, I think if it was week to week, it might have still worked. But I'm glad Prime said screw it, just put it out.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much.
Put it like this, I probably would think I could last. Let's say usually they do the thing where they drop 3 and then you would have had 7 more weeks to go. I don't know if it would have worked for 7. I don't know if I would have waited for 7 weeks with it. Like, it's beautiful and all, but it wouldn't have been a must like, say, Superman. It ain't nowhere near as it don't hit the brain like Superman does. Of course, I know that's a different type of high, but it's nowhere near. Superman is nowhere near what I feel like X-Men 97. Like, I don't even want to say that statement. This is not going to have the cultural appeal that X-Men 97 did. In fact, you might hear it for like a couple of weeks and I can see it just passing through real quick, just because it's based in the 1920s to 40s. It ain't the 90s. It just ain't gonna have that appeal to people in general.
All right. Well, Then I'll drop something that I saw because since I'm only watching two shows and one show didn't drop anything this week, I'm going to talk about the show I am watching, which is that's right, Elusive Samurai, y'all. Got Elusive Samurai.
Yeah.
Episode 4.
This, you know what? This show did what Kaiju number 8 did a lot, where it'll get real sweet. They'll be like, "See you next week."
I mean, it's a long story,
Bruh,
man. It's a long story, bro.
That joke be getting on my nerves because they getting their little archery contest on. I'm like, oh yeah, and we getting the commentary from the the uncle man or whatever dude is. He's kind of like the ward of the dude that's taking care of the kids. I'm like, oh yeah, we all good. That's right. Oh, he into it now. It's gonna be sweet. Goodbye, everyone.
I mean, it's only 30 minutes, mate.
Nah, man,
excuse me, 25.
You got me all involved and everything. I don't know what time it
that's
is.
the whole point.
I don't know how much time is left.
They got
Then all
like
of a sudden, like
13
playing
weeks, man.
music and stuff. I don't want to hear that music. Put the show back on.
Oh, okay.
I want to see.
This ain't Amazon Prime, man.
I'm like, how y'all get me all hyping and be like, all right, see ya. I'm like, what? Hold up, there ain't no more.
Well, it sounds like MHA.
Man, yeah, man. But I'm glad.
Maybe.
I like this show. It's just that now I kind of want more of it. I don't want to miss it, but I also don't want to watch this one episode.
I don't know how to regulate that with you, because you know this is what anime from Japan does.
I hate week to week, man. I
like
hate it.
You should be used to this by now.
I hate week to week, man.
I know Netflix and Amazon Prime can spoil us on some things. However, that's just like those are different, and that's if they even they are starting to do week to week now. So I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna have to strap in for a long time and hope that it stay on the air and nothing
or at least
goes
be
wrong.
week to week and be a little bit longer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
again, why would
Invincible
they
be
do
giving me
that
that
for you?
length.
Why would they do that for you? They never
Because
go
other
do
shows
that for
do
you.
it. Other shows do that.
They
You know
do
what
it when
I'm
they've been on the
Invincible be
air
giving
for a
us like
couple of
almost an hour of this piece.
They do that special, that super duper special, where they've been on the air for like 5 years or something. This is episode 4.
All right, so anyway, episode 4 is dope, man. It gives us a nice foil. It seems like this is going to be like the dude that's going to be an issue maybe for the rest of the season. He's creepy and it's funny seeing the comedy with his eyeballs and how he's like all close to people with his eyes and everything. I think that's funny.
Disgusting.
You know, of course, Suwa, the guy, like I guess adoptive dad or something. He's kind of like the den mother of all these kids. Suwa is hilarious.
Suwa's great.
Homie had his eyeballs mad close to him, and he was just like, yeah, so whatever. Like he was mad calm with those eyeballs super duper close to him.
Because, and if I had to guess, I think he's going to be resolved in the next episode or two. I think they're going to have several governors to keep dealing with, especially as they start doing a little bit of traveling.
Oh, like, okay, all right.
I feel like when the emperor was talking to old boy and his people, I feel like all those people that got shown, not all of them, but I think you're going to see more of them kind of working your way up the Mortal Kombat ladder, if you will. So, I mean, I think old boy, as he learns skills, and we see that he loves archery, at least we know he has one good combat skill to go with his
man, once he get that hand to hand, he gonna be good.
Are the governors those warriors that the rogue samurai installed?
Yes. Like the emperor has given them legitimacy, like or the emperor or whatever.
Almost
like,
instant legitimacy, basically.
He's like saying like, I give you a letter to my name, and I give you authority. So basically, if anybody challenges your authority, as Suwa was saying, like,
they're essentially challenging me.
You cannot challenge them directly. This is going to take some intelligence. Like,
see, that's why I was thinking this guy might end up being like sort of like a villain for the rest of the season. Like, you know, say they win this challenge and then it becomes a cat and mouse game of like trying to inspect the area without directly inspecting the area and stuff like that. But I can also see different governors coming in too.
Yeah, I just feel like oh boy is too like I mean to do with the eyes. I mean he literally stood way over there and saw everybody hiding. So eventually you got to deal with that. Like he ain't gonna like he ain't the impatient type. He can just come up in there and start shooting and pin something on you and like all right, because he don't want to also disrespect a shrine or will if you will. But if they hide something and then he get like aha I got you. But you know it's probably not a good look to like destroy a religious center off the bat.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna take him long to want to do it. Like, yeah,
Well, I mean,
it ain't like
dude fired at a defenseless girl. So I do like how Suwa was like, "How about we do a challenge?" So you know, maybe this now you know, basically, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh? Like you know, he was like, "Are you challenging me?" And like, yeah, I am. Well, I mean, not directly, but you know, this is a fun game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it. It's cool. I love how they changed the art style, of course, when they show his face all like crinkled up with the cross hatching and the eyeballs is crazy.
I love it
Like
when
this show, I just like looking at this
they
show in general.
use CGI for him on the horse. They did the cross hatching. They did the other stuff. Then they switched the thing when Sua called him out, like, "Oh, you want to do this, huh? You want to do this? Blah blah blah." Just step up to the plate. It's like I'm throwing this kid out, and it pissed him off. He's like, "Are you insulting me?"
He was like, "Well, this is our worst archer, so it should be good for you."
Sua is
yeah,
I like him. I like
He
what
a
he's
wild
doing.
boy.
Like he's like basically like, look, either we gonna have to get them or they gonna kill us. So that's why I don't feel like it's gonna take long with cat and mouse game. Sua firmly gets that we gotta move. We gotta constantly be in motion. The plan has to be in motion. So that's why I feel like it's gonna be governor after governor, and it can't be too obvious how yet you might kill these guys or take care of them.
Also, let me know if you're feeling this. They keep sliding around with this like quasi supernatural vibe, which I also dig.
I do feel that was symbolic. It was a little gross with the multiple eyes, but I just think it's like it means something.
Weird.
It was
weird.
I was like,
whoa.
Unless that was just like somebody pointed out to listening to them, they said it's like maybe saying he got eyes everywhere, or he feels away, or he's just like a lot is on his mind. So I think it's like a mixture of like it's hinting at something until they actually say like he might be a demon. Until now, I just feel like it's just they doing some weird artsy stuff to mean something. Cause like, you know, I don't think the boar was really like possessed. I think it just was a challenge and it was just big. It was a problem. And maybe we're looking at it how they perceive it or something. Cause like how they perceived his uncle as like we're looking at him like he's just a black, or you know, I hate to say it like that, but he's just a dark and evil soul. So that's why he's twisting and turning like that. But you know, is he actually a demon? Well, he might just be acting like one. So
I felt the same way. I felt like that when you see the supernatural elements, that's kind of how they perceive. Almost like when someone's telling you like tall tales and how people get these superhuman capabilities and qualities to make them seem more fearsome.
Because
I got you.
Because I guess, you know, it can have a supernatural element because Sua can see into the future, but it's also kind of just gag / plot device. Because he can't see the whole future, he can't get everything. So it's not like overpowering for their needs.
Also, I want to give Sua his props because dude didn't, homie essentially held a gun to his face and he was just like, so? Like, dude was not tripping at all. He was just standing there like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm cool. Now, maybe it's because he's already seen the future and know he ain't gonna get shot, but I mean, still, he was extremely calm with the arrow dead in his face.
I think that's why he can be calm because now, you know, of course, with time, future skip, if you hit the wrong, maybe like, you know, those choose your own adventure, you choose the wrong path, you might screw up time and you do die and you screw up the prophecy or something. So I guess he's very important. He got to play his role to not set them people off. That's why he's teaching him about the art of war, to not seem like who he is. That's very important because obviously they find out who he is, game over. Like somebody like this, like he looks like a clown with these eyeballs, but his eyeballs are deadly. Like he could have killed them all like that. So
True.
it's really about the mental game of tag. Like he said, like it's just different forms of it.
Yeah, we gonna be playing hide and seek the whole time.
What I do love though is that again, that Lord Takedo, or how you say his name, Tokiyuki. Let me get the exact pronunciation. Tokiyuki. Yeah. Tokiyuki. That he realizing more and more each episode he's not a coward. In fact, when he saw that the shrine maid was unfairly shot, that's like, oh wow, he's like, I really need to want to kill these people. Or like I need to want to take care of. He didn't maybe say it like that. But we
knew what he meant, because it's like this dude gotta go.
He's like, I'm not he realizing more and more he's not a coward. You're like, he's still a little boy. He's 8. I know we gotta remember that he's still.
Oh,
8
so they said
old.
His actual age? All right, cool.
They said it in like the first episode, I think.
Okay, so I missed that because I was putting him at 10, but that's still it's close. It's close.
It's the anime 8, which is like 15, but 13 years old. He's like,
man, because Japanese people be putting mad responsibility on kids, yo.
Like this dude is an 8-year-old, like 8-year-old, like
Japanese people be like, hey man, I know you're 12, but there's an alien invasion. It's all on you. It's like, whoa, hold on. What about the military? Did y'all call like the National Guard or somebody?
He is a talented 8.
He's from anywhere from 8 to 12, but he's realistically like 8. But so. And I love that how he's responding to the challenge, and he's like, and even though he's like, I don't like this guy, but I can't deny that his archery isn't beautiful. He's like, I respect it, and his archery was better. Like the dude who's great with swords don't have the archery ability, so that's another thing that complements. He can hit long range. Him and the other girl can attack up close.
Yeah, because Shorty has the I can't remember the name of the weapon. Essentially the staff with the sword on the end, and then the other kid got his sword.
Swords. And
swords.
And I know this ain't really a spoiler because it's in the opening. He's gonna have 2 more retainers. One looked like a ninja. One looked like the older brother of the other guy. He looks similar.
Yeah, because there's one that has his like mask on, look like he came from Konoha.
So he looks like, they'll find a ninja along the way. Who knows if it's going to be this season, probably be later on in the season as they establishing these things. So I'm sure Sue will find him or he'll join the party, which, like I said, I'm digging this, man. Like, okay, this might take a while. This ain't going to probably be a quick anime. This might be a few seasons, but I dig it how these kids are coming together.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
And, whereas Kaiju had the adults, but if you go give us the kiddie vibe, but it's serious though. Like the kids are fun loving, and it's still done in this happy way. But all the evil adults are repugnant, but they're still able to get this humor involved into it. But then my head might get chopped off. You know what I'm saying? Like
they make sure to balance the comedy and like the stakes pretty well in this. So I'm pleased with it right now, for real.
Yeah, this is. Still, it's a top tier anime. It's up there. Like if this is all I'm getting for the summer that's like in this vein, as far as this quality, I'm fine. Like it's chill.
It's still growing on me. I'm still working on.
So you're not super sold on it yet?
Yeah, it's definitely Coop's tea. I'm working on it though. Like you know what? If we don't have much of an offering this summer, so I do imagine I will be watching it, if for no other reason. The What's Out is Shallow, but like I said, fam got. I would say his hands nice, but it's not even really his hands. His feet nice, super nice.
Bruh,
and so really is elusive.
Cats.
And he 8.
Yeah, he's 8.
That's crazy.
He's 8 and he's eating.
Yo man, he out here living. But I'll want to move on because I know we got, what I'm saying, I ain't trying to hold y'all all day, what I'm saying, but Elusive Samurai, if you ain't watching it, at least give it a shot. Try the first episode, see what you think.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's beautiful. I think it looks beautiful. It's funny. Give it a shot.
I
Yeah,
want
and
to jump.
I can concur. It is definitely beautiful.
I want to jump into my next favorite anime of the season. I want to
Oh
jump into
snap!
Oshi No Ko.
Oh,
Um,
the crazy folks.
yeah, Oshi No Ko is drama. It literally is drama. Like it's starting to peel back into the madness that I told y'all. So,
Mhm.
as we last left off on Oshi No Ko Z, there the
Not
author,
Oshi No Ko Z though.
because it's just a battle of different parts of things, but it's the focus is firmly coming back to our protagonist slash I guess protagonist, because I ain't gonna say that his motives aren't necessarily wrong, but they're twisted. Um, because he wants to eventually find somebody to murder them in the entertainment business. That is the crux of this show. That's why we do peel off in different parts. So the author is good now. She finally came to respect. Well, the mangaka for the manga, who has the writer refusal, got to learn and respect the screenwriter's abilities. They all got on a Zoom call. They cleaned out some stuff. She went to one of the 2.5D plays to understand that it's different than writing a manga, but they need to work together. They work together. Boom. So the behind the scenes stuff is cool, except now the actors, it's all on them. They got 2-3 weeks to learn all the changes, all the craziness, and their talent must shine through. So it's firmly back on the acting class. We just set the bit players in the back as we're talking about. Like it's so meta. You know, I usually don't use that word, but it's like, okay, the bit players have been set. The main stage of the show is now being set as they get ready to go on the main stage. If that make any sense. But so while also Aqua is like realizing like he's like I got to get better at acting, because when he starts to think about the past, it starts messing with him and he gets ill. And his former
Wow.
life is actually kind of talking to him as like a evil conscious in his head, like, you know what, I hate you, like you don't need to be happy, you need to do what you're supposed to do. So it's starting to kind of come back to him that it's like, okay, I'm in for it. He's like, I gotta help my fake girlfriend, my work girlfriend, boost her up and get my emotional acting up to draw more things out to succeed in this. So the play is progressing. His girlfriend and the one who wanted to be his girlfriend from first season one, they can't stand each other. Like they respect each other, but they've been at each other's throats since they were little. Because they're both child
Wow.
geniuses somewhat. So their interaction is hilarious, but it drives the plot. And Arima, I would say, the redhead one. One thing that she did, like Aqua's girlfriend had a book that where she admitted or interview that who influenced her, and the girl who is not the girlfriend, the redhead who was hating, she was like, huh, who influenced you to become an actor? And she pulled out the stuff. She's like, oh, it's me. And she started teasing her on the set. She's like, I don't, thank you for me influencing, basically I gave you your style, gave you your game. I still don't like you, scrub, but thank you. And then she just started making all these little faces and just teasing her. And what this episode did, you start to see the bitterness of each different people come out. You got old boy who's like a pop star who is kind of a sucky actor. He trying to change his ways. Another dude got on his case like, man, don't be talking about me hollering at girls on the set, because he was trying to holler at one of Aqua's sister's friends, and he got in the way, and he went off on him like, bruh, you a scrub. He's like, the only reason why you here is because you had a hookup, nepotism, because you famous on this. He said, I know I ain't the best, but I got here on my own methods. He said, you clowning me, you trying to tell me how to act is a joke. So you got that interaction. Then you got the head lead male actor who is paired up with the girl who used to like Aqua. They're like a couple in the play, so he's like, I don't want to lose either. I want to shine through. He's a top actor. Aqua want to boost up his girlfriend. So it's like these pairings of people who don't like each other got to make this production work. But I like the weird bitterness that's starting to show its teeth. while Aqua also needs to start getting more clues about who he wants to go kill. And what's crazy is him and his old lady, his fake old lady, had this conversation, and she was like, "What got you into acting, Aqua?" Blah blah blah. He was like, so it just felt very Death Note. He was like, "What if I told you my whole motivation is that I want to kill a certain somebody?" She was like, "I'll still be down with you." I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "For real?" He's like, "You crazy, huh?" She like,
little bit.
she like, "You thought I was ever?" She like, "You thought I wasn't?" So they kind of like, you know, not like ha ha ha, like I'm all in, but she didn't flinch at all. She make him some meals. She's like, "I really like you, even if this is a fake relationship. I'm there for you." So Aqua kind of feels, you know, I think he's starting to kind of care, not care, but he does care about her, but he also got to do this thing. So I don't think he wants to use her, say like how Light Yagami was using old girl. But we'll wait and see if he like, I'll use anybody to get this done. But I do know that he cares about his twin sister. That's probably the only person who'll be off limits that he's not gonna hurt, because they're both reincarnated, and this is gonna be more down the future. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see how this play come out, how it affects the levels of their career. Because I think after this play, I could see maybe, if not a time jump, but a success jump where people start doing more things and he got to go find more clues and different things. Because literally a clue of like the person who may have killed her should be working for this theater company or had some ties to it. I don't think the story ends at this play, this season. I think it's gonna go further on into madness. Like, it's going to get darker before it gets better.
Wow.
So Aquaman is just like, I gotta do it. Let's see. But in the meantime, yeah, they are getting vicious. Okay, but there's also some humor with it too.
Cause I know I'm interested to see how that plays out. I like hearing the reviews from you to know how crazy it's getting.
It's like 4D chess. It's like, I'm trying to make sure I explain this as succinct and clear as possible. It's
Poop,
really,
you do a great job, bro. I'm like, man, he really keep up with all these complex.
Yeah, because once you started telling me there was also reincarnated stuff, I was like, nah, bro, I ain't doing all that.
That's just the dressing on top from season 1 to remind you that what Aqua wants to do. He wants to commit a murder. That is his motivation. But in the meantime, we're going to learn about the entertainment industry and what it takes for him to get to this fictional person,
because it's lonely at the top.
And also the person who he's going to kill is possibly his dad. You know? So, like, apparently, you know, like, he got her pregnant and he got her killed because he was obsessed or something. So, I don't know, bro. Like, it's going to not end well for Aqua. I don't see this having no happy ending type of feeling, type of anime. We're going to enjoy the ride, but Aqua might wind up dead in the crazy house or something. And disappointing a lot of people once they find out if he's a murderer.
Nah, he be alright.
Yeah, or maybe they'll hit the reincarnation set button and then we'll have some bigger, greater meaning. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? He be alright. Ain't nobody worried about that. So what if people know you're a murderer?
I think his fake girlfriend will eventually become his real girlfriend. But I would not be shocked if him and the other girl that really care about him, wants to be with him, if she don't somehow throw herself back in the mix in a way after all this is over. Because she in season 1, she pretty much like, "What up, player? I'm keeping it PG," but she was like, "It's whatever."
Wow.
So, you know, so, and to wind up with the girl who wanted to be your real girlfriend, who understand you, and the girl who is now learning you and this and that, who care about you but understand, let's keep this up for fake appearances because it looks good for 2 young, you know, high school age people to, oh, we're dating and we're actors. As y'all see how this like, everybody knows how this happened in the tabloids. Like, I mean, you know, it worked out well for Tom, who played Spider-Man. He wound up marrying Zendaya. They are married, right?
Yeah, at least they're at least engaged.
Married.
He proposed recently.
So Tom got swept up, and I understand. you know. But everybody keep messing with that man, be like, oh, Chalamet gonna take your girl. So I don't know. You know, it's like, and
Oh
then
boy.
think about it. Chalamet is somebody who done acted with your girl, and I know this is just me messing around, but just to give you the intensity of Oshi No Ko, this dude is always, he's not only he's like your age, he's been acting with your girl, and people like messing with you, be like, oh yeah, if your girl leave you, she gonna go with her coworker, her co-star, blah blah
And
blah.
y'all are very similar guys too.
And they're similar guys, so it's like, dog, just imagine that. So flip that dynamic around with Oshi No Ko, even though he's not the
I
main
can see
star.
him saying Chalamet and shaking his fist.
Right. So that's kind of Oshi No Ko. If you get that dynamic, flip it with two ladies with this dark brooding guy who need to commit a murder. And he's not even trying to be a star, but he might wind up being a star because it will lead him to where he needs to go. So there you have it.
Okay.
So episode 5, they about to do the test run of the play. Episode 6, I think they're gonna start showing them doing the play, and then eventually we're probably gonna see the whole play. And we don't know if it's gonna be multiple showings or maybe some tragic happens at the end of this. But it's gonna be not the best of feelings. I'm sure it's not gonna be like all handshakes and sunshine and hugs and kisses. It's gonna be like,
ain't gonna be dabs and dimples.
Nah, I'll be like, all right, cool. Get out of my way. I'm going on to the next thing. Cause like I say, the dude who's like a pop star who used to be spoiled, he got the way he get called out, like nobody respects him and he knows he's the worst actor. So he's feeling it. Then you got a dude who's a genius who like he looked like a bum, but when he started acting, he's like Robert Downey Jr. up there, but more so. Like cold. He's the man. And then you got all these two child actors, geniuses, who respect each other on the slick, but they know they are each other's rival, and they feel like they're each other's love rival. So they in each other's way to the max. Like it might get worse before it gets better. I don't think they want to physically kill each other, but I would not rule out his.
They want to kill each other like a little bit.
His fake girlfriend kind of said it's like, yeah, I wanted to kill her, and you know, so I'm like, ha 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 ha. But like your boyfriend did just admit he looking to kill somebody, so
I'm laughing, but I'm not joking.
So that's what I got on Oshi No Ko, man. I've enjoyed this. Like, it's definitely darker than season 1.
It sounds like a wild ride.
It's a lot.
It sounds like a whole bunch of backstabbing and craziness.
Yeah, it's like a reality show with actual talent that has to go on for a real product, not just a bunch of nothing. Like if this was the making the band or making the play of
not making the band though
for this expensive play, it's like also like what if the people who do the Demon Slayer play, and they had a documentary of them fighting and arguing behind. That's what this is kind of like. So that's kind of like the setting of it all. So y'all, I know it's not a shonen for anybody who need action, but if you get into it, you won't be bored.
I'm still interested. I'm intrigued by you telling the story.
Like it's something like, you know how I joke with you about wanting more, bro. That episode go by so fast. But I love the ending because they do the thing where they start playing the end song and they do a little bit of a scene or throw you a little something, and then next thing you know, his sister is the end character doing this wonderful ballet rock dance solo thing. It just feels, I don't know, bro. They feel like fully fleshed characters, like some of the most very intensive character development. And I mean, some of the best animation for people just acting, talking, and sitting and walking. Like nobody's a stiff cardboard in the next anime that I like to talk about eventually.
Oh boy, stiff cardboard. All right, what's the next anime you got? What's the next one you got?
It's time for some ultimate muscle, y'all. Kinnikuman. It's a little stiff, little not all the way. It ain't like C+. It's like in the B- range. It's like old school stiffness. Like they still, do some stuff. God, it's like a trauma. I think I told Mark this. It's like watching the Toxic Avenger as a movie, as an anime. Like people are getting literally their skin peeled off
Dang.
The Texas Broncos somehow won his first match. He should not, but he's pretty much washed up.
Oh,
He
that's
got beat up,
cold.
but
Why
he
you guys
won.
say he washed up though?
He washed up as in, like, he need to go get to the hospital. The dude who lost, this was so funny to me. There was like the perfect choning, like, I lost to one of you, a runt like you, and he's like, I must kill myself. The head big dude, Big Buddha, who has like this magic sword, kendo sword, he was like, hey, use this. He's like, okay, thanks. He threw the sword in the middle of the ring. Oh boy, jumped high in the air and then impaled himself on the sword, and a spray of blood came on everybody. And Terry was like, man, I ain't want you to kill yourself. Like, just like,
wow.
Yeah, this is not for the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he should have been a little more clear with that.
Just like the dude is just, and then you cut back and he's just, like a kebab on the sword, man. Just big dude who used to have tires on his arms. But hey, King Muscle has showed up, so now they about to do another arc where they was like, you know what? We don't just want to beat up
Muscle,
because he was supposed to be like if Terry.
Shouts out to King Beef.
Like if Terry lose, which he didn't lose, but again, the villains are like refreshingly honorably evil. There's like, you know what? We ain't just want to beat up. We ain't want to win like this. There was like, hey, all you chumps that's back there in the back that's about to heal up out of your stasis pod, your Dragon Ball Z healing chambers. Hey, jump in these holes and fight us, and we gonna beat you up in your hometown. So they made some magical portals, and they're now around the world. They jumped in it. They be like, come fight us on your land, and we'll whoop you in your own land. So that's where the next story is going. Is an arc. It's gonna be an arc, and Terry's still thinking he was about to fight. So King Muscle, he jumped in the hole, and Terry like, I'm gonna still fight, even though he blooded all the way up, half his eye gone. He chopped his elbow up or something, and this dude's still talking, I'm gonna fight. Then so the devil choning to knock them, like, they kind of cool. They like, hey, we got pride too. So I think they jumped down and slapped him around. Said, look, man, go sit down, go rest. They literally said, go rest. We gonna handle this. So that's pretty much what it was. First match ended, and Terry as the second dude, he's the Endeavor, but he's like not a terrible parent. Well, he's not a parent yet in this series, but he's the second dude. It's going to be King Muscle time, to be continued. But yeah, the blood is real. Like,
not the blood is real.
The blood is. I just did not know Kinnikuman was this messed up. I'm sorry. Like, this is almost as bad when I found out how bloody Sailor Moon was. Back in, like, I didn't know.
Hold up, Sailor Moon is bloody?
Absolutely.
For real?
Bruh.
You mean fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight?
Have you ever watched it unedited?
Nah, I mean, I watched it when it came on TV.
Don't throw that away. That ain't the real one. I found this out in the pandemic. I was like, oh. Like, they didn't show this one.
So is Tuxedo Mask like chopping people's head off or something?
Tuxedo is a bum.
Oh, dang.
I'm talking about the set.
You called him a bum.
This is a shoujo. They ain't worried about that dude. That dude's there to stand there and to look pretty and throw flowers and get beat up.
Dang, that's cold.
Tuxedo Mask. No, the Sailor Moon. This is why, whether if you believe it or not, I don't know. When people say Sailor Moon can kill Goku, there's a reason for it. I've seen the video. I'm like, oh my god, the way that the monsters get pencil line sketched, murdered. Yes, it's a little out there.
Okay, alright.
So gotta put respect on Usagi's name. I still call her Serena, but it's Usagi. Shout out to the Sailor Moon fans. Don't come after us. Don't trip. But
look, I never said I didn't like Sailor Moon. I was just saying I was surprised it was bloody. I ain't know that. I just knew Sailor Moon from TV. Look,
you learn
I'm one of the
every day.
I was watching Sailor Moon when it was on TV. All right,
I watched it. It used to be. I didn't know, and I know folks. Look, y'all, and I say this because I am old. I'm the second oldest person here. I didn't have the unedited version growing up when I was like 12 and 13. Sailor Moon used to just be on before I go to school, so I just used to like turn it on.
It came on like I don't know, like 6 a.m. or something. It came on early.
Yeah, and it was the edited. It was the crappy English version, bro. They not just like y'all who like to talk about us old folks. Look, sometimes we ain't gonna catch everything, y'all. Like we didn't have it in every. I ain't have the satellite version TV to find the unedited versions on.
Don't
Sci-fi.
worry, people be acting like they had those versions the whole time. They didn't.
I ain't have the VHSs. You know, I had.
They didn't have them neither. They just be trying to act like they had them.
Like people not like, you know. And if you 30, I'm 43, y'all. So y'all had access to it more as time went on. We didn't have access to it. I like to remind some young people sometimes, you know, I didn't even know how bloody Voltron was until a couple of years ago to see the unedited version of that, of how they cobbled that together. So if anything,
I didn't know that was bloody either. So I just learned something new.
Bro, between Kinnikuman, Voltron, and Sailor Moon, boy, they did some editing magic. I'll just say that to get that to America.
Well, if it's bloody like that, they probably were like, all right, we're going to bring this to America. They was like, no, you not.
Bruh.
It was like, not with all this blood.
I'm going to be honest. Voltron, I ain't going to say satanic, but it had some very demonic imagery.
Wow.
Like they had, yeah, bro. I thought I don't know if I shared it with you, but you can find it. Look for like Go Beast, Go Lion version. Woo! And I know people used to be like, "Oh, that ain't nothing." You be like, "Nah, bro, we just didn't know." And sometimes, you know, I'm used to it, but it has some imagery in there that I'm not always happy to see. I'm always gonna look. I'm wearing a Voltron shirt now. Y'all can't see it, but I'm wearing my Go Lion shirt. I love Voltron, but I love that Voltron where it wind up going in the Netflix series. I'll just say that.
Oh, the Netflix series is straight fire.
Yeah, so like people be acting like, you know, I had to get on a guy, in fact, on the Anime Town convention, you know, list. Some idiot was like, people still watch the English dubs, and I just politely replied to him, yes, plenty of people do, you know, because they're not always into snobbery. And Anime Town. Actually,
they need to feel good some type of way. Let them feel good that he watches something in a different language. It'll help him feel special.
Anime Town gave me the thumb up and then gave him the eye looking emoji, like, ow, like back up. Like, why you think they have English VAs? They're not getting the Asian people who do the voices from Japan to come to a smaller con. Like, stupid. Like people, like also, man. Side note. People, and I know this just might have been a troll, people. But if you see a con and you're in Gonzales, Louisiana, which I know is a part of the greater Baton Rouge area thing. I know everybody don't have a concept of money like us adults do. Yeah, but I know that y'all are adults in age anyway. I need you to grasp some of these things. Everybody can't be bringing, like, first of all, shout out to Yellow Ranger. She gonna be one of the lead people there. So shout out to Yellow Ranger. Be everywhere. Karen Ashley. You know, I'll be like, what up? Every time I see her, you know, I'll be like, hey, how's it going? She's a dope person. They got nothing, like a lot of VAs, English acting VAs are coming as guests. I don't really care to meet VAs because I don't be knowing their faces, because I generally now watch the Japanese version because of time convenience, because there's always a delay.
Yeah, because it comes out first.
Yeah, and as reviewers, I don't necessarily want to wait 4 weeks to be that
4 weeks
behind.
you being mad, like,
or generous. I probably
you being super generous on that one.
So I don't want to wait 8 weeks or 2. Like, we be in a whole new season and we just not
be over.
Yeah, we just not moving that way. And then if I had to wait like that, I generally don't get spoiled, but that's when I would start probably complaining about spoilers, and I'll be mad as hell. So, yes, even sometimes the supposed spoil king, who is not the spoil king, I don't want to wait, you know, if I don't want to wait, delay myself 3 months and deny myself a good anime, I've learned to adapt. I don't judge other people who want to watch this in English. Like, if you're not, like, reviewing it like we do, and you want to wait, I respect that. That's how you watch it. That's how you do it. That's how you anime your way. I was on a panel last year and I told people that, like, basically knock that ish off. The dude, you know, when I talk about the dude with the we talk about Dust. That's why I met Dusty Chan.
Oh, Dusty Chan was there.
met a Dusty Chan. So don't be a Dusty Chan out here, because sometimes I might call you out. If you don't speak
Yeah,
Japanese, what you care for?
chill out, Dusty Chan.
Like, man, people want to watch it and understand it. Maybe they don't read as fast. Maybe they have learning disorders, or maybe they just want to do it how they want to do it. Simple as
Yeah,
that. But also,
maybe it's because they speak English and they'd rather hear something in English.
like,
There would be like imagine Japanese people trying to have some elitist, nerd power over another Japanese person for being like, huh, I listen to the English version.
and they never would. They never would do it.
They'd be like, no, I speak Japanese. I listen to the Japanese version. It makes
In
sense
fact,
because I'm here and that's what I speak.
because culturally, if a lot of the things are games, like the problems that went with Genshin Impact, hell, they don't mind making stuff more Japanese that's supposed to be other culture or Japanese slash other. Not gonna get into that. Y'all can see with your eyes. But who they sell it to, and we rock with it. But we do look. It don't necessarily look like us all the time. That's why we celebrate Detective Mike when we get them. When we get good ones, we celebrate them.
Detective Mike, and he coming back for a season 2, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see.
We don't know if he in, but hopefully he's in it. But hopefully they'll confirm that in a few months or so. But I just wanted to side note that I would like to go back and listen to some things that's in English. Like I might go back and watch Oshi No Ko in English because it'll probably be phenomenally crazy with the hate going on between the two. They getting it up there in Japanese, but I would like to hear it in English too. So that's what I got for that. Between Kinnikuman, Oshi No Ko, and then well, I'll let Mark go, and then I'll do one more that I've been watching.
Yeah, because we a little past time, but yo, Dub, holla at a player. You know what I'm saying? You said there was a show you wanted to talk about. You know what I'm saying? She out there trying to get her weight loss plan on. You know what I'm saying? Holla at us. Dub. I think Dub fell out.
Did the coyote get got?
Coyote stepped away, man. So, all right, it's on you, man. What's your last joint you bringing out?
So, shout out to Mark. I know you want to talk plus size elf. All I'm gonna say briefly is do not watch that out in public unless you have the edited version.
Man, anyway, y'all said that like 2 episodes in a row. They know.
I would just say it again. But
put that body on your screen.
But sometimes I like to get my other drama and romance on, and my slice of life romance. Alya hides her feeling of Russian has been good. I have loved it. 4 episodes in, I like the cast. I like the interaction between the girl and the boy characters. And there's a little bit of, I ain't gonna say mystery, not like mystery, but like who might have been the Russian girl, because it might be confusing that it might have been his sister that taught him, or it might be her. They kind of doing this thing where you don't quite know, since her sister is a little bit older than her. Like they're gonna unwind this, so you don't know who he. He probably gonna wind up with, of course, the lead girl, because her name is in the title. But the interaction, because he understands what she's saying and she thinks she's hiding it, and they pretty much almost a whole couple, but not like she flirts. Like when she ain't around other people, she flirting. And like it was funny. Like the student council's been trying to get him to join the student council, and he was walking by, and like the baseball team and I think the soccer team having a dispute over using the field, and they both have some like important issues. So she's on the council. She's not necessarily the most sociable person. She's a little bit of an ice queen. So she doesn't know how to say negotiate this deal with that. And then she starts speaking like she was stressed out, and she kind of turned her head and was speaking in Russian, like, I wish somebody would help me. And he heard her, so he slipped in. And he's just like, hey, what's up, y'all? Like, I kind of got asked by the student president to negotiate. He had some information that made it work out. Like, one of the captains of the baseball team was dating the girl who was a manager for the soccer team. So they didn't want to say nothing. They like play both sides, but he really wanted to help his girlfriend out. So he knew that. So he got them to negotiate, and the soccer team had a lot of good-looking girls as managers. And they was like, how about the managers, since they have more people, help y'all move to the riverside, to the other field, and y'all get to be around, pretty girls. So like, he kind of figured that out. It's like, they ain't gonna say no to pretty girls. They get more people, and they get to help move. Everybody wins. So he negotiated that. Brother stepped up, stepped in smooth, saved his lady friend from embarrassment. She really appreciated that. That's a good way to win points, y'all. I was like, all right, I feel this character. He's like,
you know what I'm saying? He saved the day.
Like, he's not as much as a slacker as we think, as he's led to believe that we believe he is in the beginning. For whatever reason, he used to be on the council of middle school. He don't want to do it now, but they see potential in him. They're like, bro, you should do it. And it was funny. The council member president was like, look, bro, I joined for all the wrong reasons because I like the girl, and it worked out great for me. If you want to join for wrong reasons, feel free. It was just funny with that interaction. So he was like, I lost weight, I look better, and I met the woman of my dreams. So I like where this is going. It hits a certain vibe in my brain that's sweet, but also they're biting enough to each other to make it not boring, but nobody's being cruel. But I do like, they did the little funny thing where, usually a gag where if a girl have to slap a guy or something because he said something stupid. Like, he actually had, like, she was being sweet to him, and they was walking back, and I think he kind of admitted, like, she didn't know who he was talking about it, and he was like, he was thinking about the Russian girls little, but she didn't understand, so she slapped him, and she, just fun and gags or something. But you know what? After she slapped him, she like, hey, come walk me to here. I'll get you something for your left side of your face. But guess what though? She kissed him on the right side. She's like, that's just to see, just so you don't hurt no more. But she kissed him on the other side so he can feel it. So she likes it. Like, it's like usually
little romance, little bit of romance right there.
In a drama shoujo slice of life, usually the characters aren't mature enough to express something like that early on. So I was like, all right, thank you. This is more natural to how teenage people that age would kind of work.
Little flirtation, ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I didn't think I was gonna give this anime long. I was gonna try to give it to Pseudo Harem. I don't care about Pseudo Harem. This is the one that I'm gonna get my animation vibes on it. And I think I did. Did I go over Dangers in My Heart season 2? If I didn't, I'll just mention that again real quickly. Excellent show. Watch that. That is high quality. And the two are actually at the end of season 2 are now a couple. I love what they're doing with these new age drama romances for youth. And I like that whatever's going on in Japan, maybe they're starting to not be so weird about public affection. Like, it's okay. Like, you can love the lady or the little guy that you like, and it's not disgusting. It's not a mortal sin. So maybe the West is rubbing off a little bit off on Japan right now these days.
You know what I'm saying? You can hold a hand or two.
It used to be like in the 90s and 80s, you hold a hand, oh my God. Much less, you kiss somebody on the cheek or something. Now, young mangaka like, we kiss. At least kiss on the cheek. I ain't saying we gotta get buck wild in the library or other stuff that might have happened in real life around my high school with certain people. Not me, of course. I was an angel, but
yeah, not you.
Not me. Never. Away from our
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Pop in and be like, liar, but lies. That's pretty much what I've been watching for anime. I might add a little bit to the plate. I feel like it's time to do a little rewatch of some things. I feel like I can add a little bit more to my plate. I might go do some Netflix stuff and just like speed run through like some of the shonen that I like, the lesser known shonen fight stuff, and see what happens. But I'm gonna watch Kinnikuman because I'm just interested to see how it happens. It's in the C+, B+ range. But Oshi No
Hmm.
Ko, Elusive, A shows right now.
All
And of
right.
course,
Well,
whenever my hero returns.
in that case, if you have any, I mean, you kind of did final thoughts, but hit me with some final thoughts. Where can they find you?
Final thoughts. Again, try Oshi No Ko if you wanna, expand your mind. Try something. Manga wise, I am going to read. I'm gonna start back reading Zom. I let it build up a little bit. I miss Zom so much. Oh, I just watched read a part where they learn how to do angle fishing. They survived a Resident Evil type thing. Actually, they expanded the story that there's a Resident Evil like company that may have started this zombie outbreak. Unfortunately, y'all go read it because I don't know when you're gonna get Zom back. Still
Dang.
good to read, but it's like I gotta see it to the end now. My other favorite used to be romance thing. Don't Bully Me, Miss Nagatoro. Got one chapter left, and that would be the end. I'm gonna miss it so much. Um, Sadly though, it started to peter out a little bit. Like it was really, I like that. It was smart, biting, funny, and then it got kind of just middle of the road, like sappy. It's like the tone changed too much for me. But I'm finishing it, so if you can't find a lot to watch, it's okay. Try some reading, man. Try some manga, see things that's gonna come. Um, and that's what's up right now. So you can find me at Blurred period ISH, at IG, of course Keith Cooper on Facebook, and go to the Facebook business page for Blurtish. Um, and yeah, you might find me at Anime Night, FM Tattoo Parlor. Still working that out. I know I've been mentioning it. I'm about to check in. I got time limit. Hopefully it's still happening. Um, Still don't know if the 17th is gonna happen. As of right now, I don't know. But if you're in town in Baton Rouge this Sunday, I'll just be walking around Anime Town just to kind of go support my friends. Go check out. They do some video for Mike here. I know he got a lot of videos. I'm messing with him, but he got a lot of stuff to put out. But if he wants me to take more video, we will see the second year of Anime Town, Baton Rouge. If I go, just record everything. Um, yeah, that's what I got going on.
Word up, word up. And yes, more video the better. It'll come. It'll come. So on my side, final thoughts. It's nice to have a relaxed season. So I don't have to try to watch 6 or 7 shows every week on top of live action stuff. So I'm having a good time with Elusive Samurai and My Hero. And then I'm gonna check out Cape Crusader. I'm gonna give it a shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We'll give it a shot.
give
Try
it
to
a
enjoy
shot.
it a little bit. See what Batman doing out there.
It,
But with that said, NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Make sure you share this. Send it to your friends. Send it to your mom, your dad, your cousins, everybody. All
Send it to
right,
Dusty
everybody,
Chan and
everybody.
let them hear it.
You know what I'm
Send it to
saying?
your fellow Dusty Chans.
Yep. And then they'll tell 2 friends, and they'll tell two
Oh,
friends. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go.
one
So,
small thing. Speaking of Dusty Chans,
oh
y'all,
boy.
I'm just gonna make this real quick. If you go waste your money as a streamer or a content creator to go make fun of people at these bigger cons like BlurredCon or DreamCon, yo, really check yourself. Like, I may not agree with everything people do, but you know what you can do when you're out at events? You can leave people the hell alone, and you ain't gotta make mean-spirited, low-down, dirty content to try to make fun of people. Like, you're at the con too, and if you ain't running around looking like Lou Ferrigno or The Rock, you'll be surprised some people might cave your chest in for messing with them. You've been warned. They ain't saying it's me. I ain't condoning violence. I'm just saying I'm old enough that I may not care if you try to put me on air. Not that it's happened to me, but I've looked at the Tony Weaver thing and I saw him address that, and he's addressing it non-violently, and people do need to get therapy. But you know what? Sometimes what makes good therapy for people, making them feel the pain to not do that bush league crap ever again. Because you think, just because a brother dressed a certain way out there at them cons, that they won't put you in a box. Like, I don't know why you playing with people. People
Yeah,
spend too much
don't, you know.
hard time of their money to go enjoy things how they enjoy it. If it's not hurting you, leave them people alone. I ain't say
Yeah,
you got to
stop
agree
messing with
with it.
folks.
Just don't mess with folks. That's the words of wisdom might save you. I promise you.
Oh boy, like y'all stop messing with folks. But
Just don't mess with folks. You can
it's
like just keep it moving. But you want to make content and then do fake apologies like, oh yeah, I apologize. Like, bruh, people don't let this social media and this content life go to your head dangerously. Don't play with people.
man,
Like,
y'all better leave folks alone.
I ain't big time, I'm just a everyday small content creator. But I'm telling you, as a man, as a person who's seen people get folded that you think wasn't gonna fold you, leave them alone. Let them enjoy things how they enjoy it if it don't bother you. That's my words of advice.
Well, with that said, man, until the next time, or until the next episode, or until the next exciting saga, this is us to you just saying peace.